The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the November 12th, the wonderful Wednesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day, and let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But even more important than that, and that's this. During this next 53 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to send me an email, send it off early, and send it to steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. And, of course, if you're inside our Tiger's Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on wonderful Wednesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Well, quite a mixed bag out there. Dow's up 347 points, looking to break out. It's at new all-time highs. It's trading at new all-time highs in every major currency. It is a bull market. But the day is not over, so we'll find the levels that price needs to close above to confirm that. You've got the S&P down 7 points, NASDAQ 1 up 86, Russell's down 4, transport's up 130, semiconductors up 92, NASDAQ Composite up 132, and the New York Stock Exchange up 120. Gold is up $79, silver's up $2.15, more than 2 pennies. To the downside is light sweet crude off $2.18. Silver, not silver, but natural gas is back in nickel out there. Copper is up 6 pennies. I've got the chart for Goldman Sachs up on my screen. Why? Because Goldman Sachs is the number one holding inside of the Dow Jones. It's got a weighting, or at least as of last night, it was 10.52%. So on a daily time frame, a close today above, well, first of all, it's TD9 count top. A close today above 809.66. Actually did that yesterday. So hold on a minute here. Yeah, yesterday negated its TD9 count topping pattern out here. Now we're trading above its all-time high out there. What we're doing is if we close above 825.25, we do it with more than 1.7 million shares, it's going to generate an A to B equals CD pattern. So far today, 877,000 shares. Again, that's going into 1.7 million shares. Seems like it's got the volume there if it keeps up this pace. On a weekly time frame, there is a TD9 count topping pattern and let's go take a look at its high. The TD9 count top out here needs a close today, Friday, needs a close on Friday above 825.25. There was 7.1 million shares that traded that week. We're not even halfway through the week so far, and we are at 4 million shares. So it's got the volume on the weekly time frame. You see an A to B equals CD pattern that's in here. The one-to-one price objective is basically where we're at right now. That's at the 822 level. We're trading at 834. So this will do more than a one-to-one A to B equals CD pattern to the upside, assuming on Friday that it closes above that TD9 count top. There's a Rhodes momentum indicator signal that's been generated, but that needs a bearish reversal candle to confirm. In the monthly chart for Goldman Sachs, there's no topping pattern whatsoever. So the monthly chart is saying we are headed higher. Let's take a look at the second holding out there. That's going to be Microsoft. Microsoft MSFT. We're going to take a look at the Dow charts, but let's just take a look at some of its components because now we're already up to about 17%. Microsoft is 6.84% as of last evening. So let's go see what Microsoft is doing out there, right? If the underlying instruments are telling us we're headed higher, and it's confirming what we see on the indice. And we're going to take a look at the equal weighted ETF for the Dow as well. So we'll see what its message is. And apologize that it's taking a little bit of time here. So Microsoft, what we don't have here is any kind of breakout like we have inside of Goldman Sachs. So what do we have for Microsoft? Right now we have it just trading with inside its daily profile. It's a bullish structured profile with a buy zone between 497 and basically where we're trading right now at 501. Resists up at 518. If price were to close below the low, which was November the 7th, that low, 493.25, that would actually trigger an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. The weekly time frame tells a story about Microsoft. It's turned into a sideways consolidation with resistance really up at about the maybe just a tad above this level here, which is at the 553.72 area. The bottom of its profile is the bottom of its consolidation pattern at 489.10. So just a sideways consolidation at this moment in time. We see the same kind of signals on the monthly chart. Does have a Rhodes momentum indicator top, but a consolidation with inside its profile. That range 471 to 534 out there. The number 2 or 3 holding is Caterpillar. So let's go take a look at Caterpillar, see what it is doing. So Microsoft not confirming that 6%, not necessarily confirming a breakout message or anything, just a consolidation there. What do we have going on with Caterpillar? Caterpillar's weighting, by the way, is another 6%. So now we're up to 23% of the weighting inside of the Dow Jones. The next one would be Home Depot, then Sherwin-Williams. I'm not going to go through all of them. Just curious what Caterpillar is doing. Then we're going to take a look at the Dow itself, monthly, daily, a weekly time frame, as well as the ETF, as well as the ETFs, the equal weighted ETF for it. So when we take a look at Caterpillar, I see a Rhodes momentum indicator top with price trading into resistance being its oscillator and change line. It's trading above the profile resistance level, so its signal is neutral as we speak. If it can close above 579.58, we'll go test its highs. We're trading into its highs. That has volume of 6.9 million shares. Yesterday we had 1.5. Today we are at 680,000, so about another 1.5 million shares, maybe 2 million share a day. So it's trading with lighter volume into that swing point. It does have a weekly TD9 count top. Price remains above profile resistance and its oscillator and change line. It is neutral. Long term, Caterpillar is very bullish. It would need a bearish reversal candle to confirm a top. Now let's slide over and take a look at the indice itself. Let's go to this set of charts here. I believe I've got this set up for the Dow. I hope that I do. I do. So there's 2 different A to B equals CD patterns that are present. Now, the Dow itself, the cash index, needs to close above the high for the bar following bar number 9. That was October 29th. That high was 48.040.64. If we close above that, you've got a daily A to B equals CD, a small daily A to B equals CD. They catch up to the 49,000 level. On a weekly time frame chart, you can see you've got 2 different A to B equals CD patterns. The shorter one is going to match up with the daily. The longer one, which is more likely the one that we're in, gets up to 53,167. We're getting up towards 60,000 pretty quickly out here. Again, on a daily time frame, at least as of a half an hour ago, the Dow was trading higher in all major currencies. Bull market. Now, got to confirm that pattern, we've got to close above that TD9 count top. Let's quickly go take a look at the equal weighted ETF for the Dow. In fact, we're going to have several charts out here that we can take a look at. The equal weighted one is going to be on the right-hand side. And what we're going to see here is yesterday it negated its TD9 count top. The equal weighted is already confirmed that we are and it did it with volume, that we are likely to see an A to B equals CD pattern unfold today. So the equal weighted usually points the direction out there. That's really confirming what we're looking at on the YM, on the Dow Jones Industrial Cash Index, as well as the Dow Diamond. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening Call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. I got the equal weighted charts up here for the for the Dow, for the S&P, and for the NASDAQ 100. Really focused on the Dow at the moment. That's the bottom right-hand panel chart I want you to focus in on. And I want you to notice that its TD9 count top was negated about 4 weeks ago. Let me give you the exact date when this was negated. It was negated back on October the 24th. So that was signaling to us. So the equal weighted charts typically point to the true direction of what the intent of the market is. And it negated that TD9 count top. We're seeing now on a daily basis, we're seeing how that is unfolding here. On a weekly time frame, the equal weighted Dow does not have any kind of topping pattern whatsoever. Not in existence as we speak. So it's really confirming a breakout message. And again, I say, be careful out there. Here's another thing to take a look at. I'm going to go ahead and close these charts. We're going to take a look at the RSP. That's an equal-weighted ETF for the S&P 500. But we're going to do it back on another set of charts out there, just trying to free up some space and get my system to speed up just a tad. That's going to be the main opening screen that we take a look at. You'll notice that you've got the S&P 500 trading lower by $8 right now. If you take a look at the RSP on a daily time frame, what is it doing? It's trading higher. What's the equal weighted index for the equal weighted ETF for the S&P 500 telling us? Well, one, yesterday price closed above profile resistance. We're trading above profile resistance and a green oscillator and change line. It's telling us it's making a run for its highs out there. On the weekly time frame, we just have sideways move that's been out here ever since its TD9 count top had formed, and price remained above the top of that profile out there. That chart is bullish. On a monthly time frame, it's negated its Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. The high of that Rhodes Momentum Indicator top was 188.16. We closed above that, I believe, on August of 189.90. I'm sorry, 188.62. We didn't close above. We negated that. So it's signaled. The equal weighted ETF monthly time frame for the S&P 500 is saying we're headed higher. We are in the favorable seasonal cycle, folks, so let's take a quick peek at that here. Let me move that over. Give me a moment here. We'll pull this over here. Here is the Dow. This is a 25-year chart for the Dow. Now, it says that we typically we would top out right around the middle of this month. So whether it's this week or it's next week, we're not topping out, by the way, or at least doesn't appear that we are, with a little bit of a move down into about the November 20th timeframe before we take off. The point is we are in the favorable seasonal cycle, whether it's a 25-year period that we look at or a 128-year period that we look at. So let's get the 128-year period. We are in a favorable seasonal cycle out there. We can size it down even if you want to take a look at 15 years. Again, favorable seasonal cycle, and we've got the Dow that's breaking out. We need confirmations of that come today. Looks like we're going to get them based upon the way that the equal-weighted ETFs are trading out there. Lastly, let's go take a look at two lastly things. One, the spot VIX index, which I think is taking on its TD9. So it's trading back above its 50-day exponential moving average. We closed below it yesterday, which was, and it's at 1752, by the way. We're trading above it right now at 1789. We still have the New York Stock Exchange advanced client oscillator trading above its zero threshold level. So having the two indicators offsetting each other is kind of neutral-ish. You're not going to get price moving in one direction or the other until they both confirm their signals, which the VIX did confirm that last night. The question is, does it close at day's end below 1752? I would say the equal weighted charts are saying, yeah, that's a possibility. But we would really need to take a look at the daily equity future charts out there. So offsetting signals right now, but watch that 1752 level. If we close back below that at day's end, what these charts are telling us is the S&P 500 should continue to rally. What's the last chart that we should take a look at out here? Let me see what I've got. What else do we need to look at or should look at? Daily equity future contracts. I guess we haven't done that. Let's go take a look at those. At least I don't believe that we have. We'll take a look at the ES Mini. ES Mini is trading above its perigee pivot point out there. It's just trading in the top of its profile at 68.94. Again, if we close above 68.94, we're off to the races. Those will be its all-time highs. The NQ found resistance at its either at both at its perigee pivot point as well as its oscillator and change line. The oscillator and change line is 25.822. Even if price can close above that, it's got a battle at 25.892. In the case of the Dow, we've already covered that. No reason to do that any longer. In the Russell 2000, finding resistance at both near the top of its profile, which is at the 2491 level, and at its aperage or perigee pivot point, which is between 2473 and 2474 out there. So that's what's going on a daily time frame. Let's take a quick peek and see what's going on from an intraday standpoint. I'm not sure which charts are going to pull up here. It may, in fact, be the Dow equity future contract. Perfect, it is. So we want to take a look at this, see what intraday signals are out there, and whether or not support has held. Well, so when we take a look at this right now, you can see a 15-minute Rhodes momentum indicator top on that last bar at 11:15. Price got back and tested and rejected the bottom of that bullish structured buy zone, 48,328 to 48,408. If we close back above 48,408, we're likely to see a move back up to that high at the 48,528 level. The only other topping pattern, and this is one that is likely to form today, perhaps by day's end. At 2 p.m., we're likely to get a TD9 count confirmation on the 4-hour time frame chart. All price has to do in order for that to happen by 2 p.m. is close above the price point of 48,056. If it does that, price might pull back towards its oscillator and change line at the 47,975 level. More likely than not, that TD9 count topping pattern, well, I can't say more likely than not. If we rally now off of that 15-minute bottom with price getting back to its buy zone out there. So if we do rally out here, then it's likely to be not till 4 p.m. that the Dow equity future contract will go ahead and complete its TD9 count top. So what I'd be watching for tonight is really the Dow equity future contract and how it trades out there. It may be ready to resume its position in moving the markets higher with the Russell 2000 not being too far behind it. And we've already taken a look at the S&P 500. So that's the general markets. What's going on? Now let's take a look at some of the requests that have come in. We don't want to fall too far behind on those. And the first one coming in from Brent in Martinez, California, wants to take a look. Here's ticker symbol HAIN. HAIN is trading above the top of its daily profile. It has a completed A to B equals CD pattern to the downside out there. It completed that pattern and confirmed it on November the 7th out there. Now we're trading above the top of that daily profile, and its oscillator and change line says it wants to rally further. Rally further to where? This is how we use these multiple time frame charts. We go to the weekly. What's going on a weekly basis? The weekly basis is going to go ahead. It already has a confirmed Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. It's likely not going to confirm a TD9 count bottom. You don't need two bottoms out there. But what we do need is we need price to get inside its profile. Brent, that means a battle at 138, even Steven. If price can close above 138, oh, that's a good signal. The next area of battle would be $1.55, and that's going to be the key of battles out there. Why? Because if price closes above that, it's a slightly bullish structured profile. That's where a counter trend rally would typically come to an end, and Hayne would be saying, ain't no counter trend rally, and then I want to head up to $1.82. The monthly time frame chart does have a wave 7 signal. It needs a higher low to confirm that pattern. Price is also trading below profile support here. Brent, its profile support level is 180. That's actually resistance right now. Closing above 180 would be a very bullish signal. Really, it's the 182 level, right? So the daily time frame, by the way, the daily time frame next resistance level for it on a rally, assuming that the weekly, we can get through the weekly area, we can get through the monthly area, is at $1.61. $1.61 is its TD9 count breakdown resistance level. That was for Brent in Martinez, California. We come back to this break. We're going to take an RGTI Rigetti for Tom G, AA, then Ford, then TMC, and Serve for Grey Rock inside the Tiger's Den. Of course, I'd love to hear from you as well. And Rye wants to look at NEM, so we'll look at Newmont as well. Be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at RGTI. This is for Tom G. Tom, as we take a look at this, what it's doing right now, that's at 11:30. I don't know what it's going to look like at 4 p.m. But if we did close here, that is below its TD9 count breakout level at 3046. That's suggesting lower price. Now, there's two patterns that are potentially in play out here at this moment in time. There would be the A to B equals CD pattern that is in place but has not been confirmed with volume. In other words, the B point of this pattern, which took place on October 22nd, had volume of 114 million shares. As we got through it, we closed below it with 51 million shares, with 38 million shares. Yesterday was 51 million shares. Today so far we're at 15. That's another 50 million share a day. So we're trading below it with light volume, but we are trading below a key level of support, its breakout area. So close below 3046 is going to suggest that this wants to move lower. You could form a TD9 count bottom pattern between tomorrow, Thursday, and Monday of next week. The weekly time frame chart is trading, which has a Rhodes momentum indicator top, is trading below the center of its profile. It's trading below its oscillator and change line. It's trading below last week's low. Those are all indications that price wants to move lower, so we'll stick with that. And on the monthly time frame, the monthly time frame out here, I don't know that that's really coming into effect as we speak. So watch 3046. You close below that, increase the odds of move lower. Could get a bottom pattern between tomorrow and next Tuesday, next Monday out there. Tomorrow and next Tuesday out there. So that's what I see, Tom. Hope that information helps you out. Duncan in the Tigers Den wants to look at AA. Let's go take a look at AA batteries out here, see what it is doing. We've got AA trading out right now at 39.75, looking good on the daily time frame. Wants to go, it's trading into its swing point, not the swing point high, but its recent swing point from back on October 23rd. Did volume of 20 million shares. Today, you're up inside it with 2.5 million shares, quite a bit lighter volume. Nonetheless, you're above profile resistance, and that green oscillator and change line should move higher. The weekly is in favor of that motion because it's traded above the top of its weekly profile formed last week, 39.40 out there. So if we close above 39.40 come Friday, that's going to suggest that we continue to move higher. It already has a negated TD9 count pattern. I'd have to really, is there an A to B equals CD pattern out here? Let's take a look at it. Let's see what the retracement was. Give me just a moment here. Retracement, where's their retracement tool? There we go. It says Fibonacci retracements right in front of you, Stevie. So let's take a look at this move here. No, not a, that's a 38% move. So it does have a sell the D point top out there. That sell the D point top is going to need to close above 41.55 to negate that signal. The monthly time frame chart is suggested to move up towards 42.52. The reason being it's trading above its oscillator and change line, and it is trading above. It is trading inside a bullish structured monthly profile. We ought to get up to 42.52. That's what I see with regard to AA. Let's go take a Ford, Dunk, see what that is doing out here. You got Ford, Ford trading out at $13.40. Trading into its daily TD9 count top. That swing point has volume of 298 million shares. Yesterday you were into it with 79 million shares. Today you're only at about 20 million shares, so it's a 60 million share day. Doesn't matter. Ford wants to go tackle that high as long as price remains above 13.30. It's daily oscillator and change line. On the weekly time frame chart, what do we have out here? Not much. I don't see a topping pattern. I see an A to B equals CD pattern. Doesn't have the required bearish reversal candle to confirm a top. What's holding things up here may be the top of that monthly profile. And if Ford can get through that, it's a bearish structured profile. Getting through that means a close above 13.50 at month end. If it can do that, that will be a bullish signal. Now, it may on a monthly basis go on to form a TD9 count top. This month would be bar number 8, but it needs to get a tick above last month's high out there, and that is at 13.97. So the daily says I want to move higher. The weekly says the same thing. The monthly says that as well. It's just that it's got resist at 13.50. We're trading at at 1340. Let's go take a look at TMC. This is for LB. Lee, let's go see what this is doing. We'll be up momentarily. It's trading out right now, and you're looking for buy points, trading out at $5.52. So the daily time frame shows a negated TD9 count bottom. It was negated back here on November 3rd. We are trading below profile support at this moment. It's a bullish structured profile at 569. So if we close below that, we'll also be below 580, the daily TD9 count breakout level out there. That would then suggest lower price. Now, lower price to where? So the weekly chart shows a bullish structured profile, and that says that if price were to close below the bottom of its profile, and that's at $5.57, we're at 561, and you're looking for buy points. You know, if I had a daily bottom signal out here, we'd say now is it, but we don't. Could the weekly hold? It could, but man, we need some type of signal from the daily time frame that we're ready to move higher. The monthly time frame shows that. Why is it not populated here? Give me a moment. The monthly time frame shows a TD9 count top, and price is found resistance at the top of its profile at 711. And suggesting to move back to either 406, between 406 and 469 is a likely target to the downside. So you're looking for buy points. I think you really need to wait at this stage here to see what the weekly chart does. That's my recommendation at this moment in time. I hope that helps you out, Lee. Thanks much for writing in. Gray Rock wants to take a look at ticker symbol SERV. So let's go take a look at it. SERV is trading out as we speak at $10.29. You're looking for buy points as well. Man, this chart looks similar to the chart we just looked at out there. Maybe similar. Here, you've got price on a daily time frame. Rhodes momentum indicator top. Testing so far and holding 1013, the TD9 count breakout level. So getting back there and holding can be a buy. So that's your first buy point, 1013. If we close below 1013, odds favor move to 903. That could be your second buy point out there. We can see that's the top of the weekly profile. We can see that back on the week of August 2nd, price pulled back, tested and rejected that level. So could do it again. And on the monthly time frame, we're trading below last month's low out there. Not necessarily a good sign. Serve could be signaling to you and I, because it typically does 2-month pullbacks, like most things, that we could be seeing this could be month one of a 2-month pullback. Now, we're not going there until we see price start closing below other profile levels, 1013 being the first, 903 being the second out there. So that's what I see with regard to SERV. You could be at a daily buy point right now. It's just questionable when we take a look at that weekly chart. I hope that made sense, Gray. And if not, my apologies. We're going to take a look at Newmont Mining out here, and I did not write down who made that request. Stevie. Shame on you. Who did make that request? Right in front of me. Rye did. Rye wants to know what's going on from a short-term standpoint. All right, so Rye, I'm going to give you a 30-minute time frame chart. Stevie delivers. At least we tried to. Here, if we take a look at this 30-minute time frame chart, you tell me what it says, Rye. What has it done to its TD9 count pattern? And where is price headed to? Higher. It just negated a TD9 count top, and it did that at 11 o'clock this morning. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archive live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back. We're taking a look at the charts of Newmont Mining as we were going into that break. We know on the 30-minute time frame chart indicated a TD9 count top and suggest higher prices. If we take a look at the daily time frame, we get a close today above 91.23, the top of its profile. That'll be another bullish signal out there and suggests that we rally further. Price would be gunning for its swing point from back on October 16th. Volume, 13 million shares there. In a little over 2 hours of trading, Newmont Mining today has done 3.6 million, so we're at about a 11 to 12 million share a day going into 13 million. We haven't gotten that swing point just yet. It still looks bullish. Weekly time frame chart, trade above green oscillator and change line, trade above profile resistance, trading into a swing point that is a wave 7 swing point out here that has volume of 60 million shares. So far in the month, we're up with 24 million shares today. So it's about a similar volume, it looks like, on a weekly basis. The monthly chart is going to go ahead and form a TD9 count topping pattern that will complete next month, but it will go ahead and form that pattern today, this month. That's under the assumption that we get a close above 62.10. We're at $93 right now. That's a fairly decent assumption at this moment in time. So Newmont Mining is signaling to us that it wants to move higher out there. Whether it can take out those highs or not, that is not clear, but that is where things are headed to. Let's go take a look at Tesla. This is for Joe. The question is buy, sell, or hold out there. Let's go see what each time frame is communicating to us. On a monthly basis out here, we've got on a monthly basis, we're trading into a swing point from back on December 2024. Volume 1.9 billion shares. Last month we had 2 billion shares. We're pushing that swing point with volume. So what the monthly chart is telling us is that over time it wants to go target 488.54, maybe even take it out. Last week, Tesla, which already had a TD9 count top, that formed on October 3rd. Last week formed a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. Does that mean that 2 tops are better than 1? It means 4 tops are better than 1 because they just produce better music. But the 2 tops thing, I haven't heard the 2 tops play. No, you just need 1 top out there. But what price is also doing, as you can see with regard to Tesla, it's finding support. Where? At that green oscillator and change line. So Tesla's going to need a close below that level, that being 427 to 44-ish. Let's just call it 427. If it closes below 427, you still have some support at 423.91. Now you close below 423.91, it increased the odds and will move to 392, the bottom of its profile. The daily time frame shows two Rhodes momentum indicator tops as well. It didn't need that, with really a sideways consolidation-ish type mood. I say sideways consolidation-ish because if we draw in a trend line from this gap to the upside, let's just draw that in here, we can see that this trend line has pretty much held. So it's possible that what Tesla is doing, Joe, is it just pulling back to trend line support, which today would be about 422.60-ish or so. Tomorrow, 424.20-ish or so. So watch that trend line out there. If you say buy, sir, hold, I see a consolidation in essence on the daily-ish time frame. However, with that rising trend line, top on the weekly, no top on the monthly, you got confusion out here. But on the weekly chart that does have the top, we know that support has held. So that's the analysis with regard to analysis paralysis of Tesla out there. Buy, sell, or hold. I don't necessarily see it as a sell right now because support is so close to where we're at. Hold, yeah, I can see you holding until you get some additional information. Are we at a buy point? You know, not necessarily the best buy point, but we could be there. So that's the best I can do for you, Joe. Hope that information helped you out. At least you got full honesty. Let's go take a look at Alibaba. This is for Mohammed. And Mohammed, Alibaba is trading right now at 158.29. Not a good place to trade at. Why is that? Because yesterday closed just below 161.15. That is the daily TD9 count breakout level. You close below that again today? Well, you close below that today, you could be triggered an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. What does it need to do that? It needs to close below the low of October 10th out there, and that is at the 157.25 mark. 50 million shares traded that day. Today we're at 11 million shares. Take that back, 8 million shares. So 20 million share day going against 50. Prices so far tested that swing point and it's held. So you've got to watch like a hawk. 157.25. If we close below that, we know we won't have a confirmation of an A to B equals CD pattern with volume, but we will still have an A to B equals CD pattern out there. And that A to B equals CD pattern, if in fact Alibaba were to give up that daily swing point, would get you down towards the level of about 147 and change out there. On a weekly time frame, it has lost its momentum. It is trading below its green oscillator and change line, maybe targeting profile support. Now, if it's only a counter trend move, Mohammed, for a weekly time frame to the downside, price would find support between 140.06 and 147.57. A weekly close below 140.06 tells you there's something else going on with Alibaba. And then on the monthly time frame, you can see price rallying, nice rally right up into its TD9 count breakdown level. That's at 182.09. Folks, learn this pattern. Learn it because you can have objective support and resistance, unlimited objective support and resistance levels out there, and you get the opportunity to see how these things work. And when they don't work. And when they don't work, it tells you about a strong move in either direction, whichever way we're looking at it, whether it's support or resistance out there. So with regard to Alibaba, your resistance on the monthly time frame chart could be pulling back towards support right now, the top of its profile, 144.20. It'll especially do that the more that we trade below last month's low, which is at 157.25. Lastly, let's go take an NBIS for Mohammed as well. See what it is doing. You've got NBIS trading out right now at $92.14, bar number 8 of a TD9 count pattern. Now that says on a daily basis you could get a TD9 count between today and Friday out there. We're trading below profile support. We're also trading below a prior swing point. That prior swing point was from October 22nd. Volume 26 million shares. Today we're down below that with 20 million shares already. This thing is moving lower with the vengeance out there, and it's going to confirm a small A to B equals CD pattern. I say small because the retracement looks like about 0.786, so it's not much lower than where we're at. It says we poke below the TD9 count breakout level, which would get us down towards about 87.11 out there. So it looks like Mohammed, NBIS is getting ready to form some type of bottom between really today and Friday out there. The weekly time frame chart says, well, that'd be good news because if you don't form that bottom, I'm going to head to 71.04. That's the bottom of its weekly profile. The monthly chart out here says I could move all the way back to 71.60-ish area and still be somewhat bullish out there. So that's what we see with regard to NBIS. Hope that helps you out, Mohammed. Let me take a quick peek here. McGuppy says, can we take a look at Amazon? Most certainly we can, because Stevie ran out of requests out there. So let's pull up the charts for Amazon. This is going to take a moment or two to populate. And McGuppy also wants to look at CCAP. Now, Amazon is just consolidating with inside its daily profile right now. That's between the range of 240.68 to 255.02. That's on the daily time frame. Weekly time frame is in a breakout mode out here, and in an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. Wasn't confirmed with volume. Well, the B point would have volume of 319 million shares. It was passed with 405 million shares. So Amazon has got that A to B equals CD pattern. It's been confirmed with volume out there. It's a doozy, by the way, on the weekly time frame. The A point's the TD9 count bottom from back in April out there. The B point's going to be labeled wave number 4, letter D, where something usually happens after that, as Basil says. And it did. It retraced all the way back into profile support. Let's copy and paste this. Now let's go ahead and assemble it and get an A to B equals CD approximation rating, because I'm not being exact here. And that gives us up towards the level on a weekly basis of around 289. Monthly time frame is in support of that as well. So we are headed higher. We're consolidated on a daily. You close above 255.02. The weekly and the monthly that say we want to head higher will unfold. We'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. We're looking at still at the charts here for Amazon because the question from McGuppy was he's looking for long-term levels to add to a position. So, we're in breakout mode on the monthly time frame. It would be some kind of a pullback. But, if you're really looking to add to the position out here, depending on what time frame you want to use, if you're looking at the daily time frame, if I open up Amazon, what you're going to see is nearly all the retracements are 2 to 4 bar moves. You can have 1 bar moves, but plenty of those. And you can see here, look at it's coming. Just take us all the way back into May of 2025 out here. All the retracements, that would have been decent buy points potentially are these 2, 3, 4 bar pullbacks out there. So today might be bar number 1 out there. So just keep that in mind, McGuppy, as well as you trade. Let's go take your second request, which is CC AP out here. Daily consolidation. You're looking for a place to add from a longer term standpoint. So on a longer term standpoint, I'm going to say I want you to be cautious out here. And I want you to watch 1421. That is the bottom of the monthly profile. That is where we're trading right now. If we close below 1421, we'd be below profile support and its red oscillator and change line. And McGuppy, that would be suggesting a move back to its breakout level. That's at 1162. So longer term, but we have to close below 1421 on a monthly basis, but we're trading below it right now. Weekly time frame, I don't have a bottom signal. I do not have a bottom signal out here. It needs a bullish reversal candle. Just have a consolidation with inside profile, 1358 to 1468. The daily, the same kind of a thing out here. A consolidation with inside a profile, 1379 to 1474 out there. So that's what we've got. We've been through all the requests. That's a beautiful thing. If I take a look at the intraday charts here real quickly, we'll take a look at the NQ. The NQ may have bottomed. Why? The 120-minute chart at its breakout level, 22,506. TD9 count bottom pattern in the 15-minute time frame chart. We're testing prior lows when we take a look at the 16-minute time frame chart. As long as those hold out there, we may see a bottom inside of the NQ with price rallying from here. Folks, stay tuned for all the great programming. Thanks for joining me on a wonderful Wednesday. That's what I want you to have. And then we'll see you back here tomorrow for a terrific Thursday. Take care and have a great day.